Hello, 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 hello. Hey, Dawn. Glad you came in. Hedgehog's Homestead. Hello. That might be a new one. I don't know if I've seen you before. Might be a new one. Hello. Um, okay, we're gonna wait and let a few. Laura at Hedgehog's Homestead. Interesting name. um, me and my husband do a Friday night live at 7 Central on Friday nights, and we kind of have fun and we talk about foraging. But on this live, on my lunch live, we talk about healthy eating. And so we talk about, I've done keto and I've done low carb. I have a better time sticking to just low carb, but I lost weight on keto. And I'm having a real hard time getting back on. I gained it all back, of course, and I'm trying to get back on, and I'm kind of having a hard time getting back going. But hey, Shelly and Nancy at Our Treasured Home. Hello. So y'all check out Hedgehog's Homestead, new channel. And where are, without, about where are you located in the United States, Hedgehog? Laura, sorry. There's Carol. Hi, Carol, a Fishes and Loaves Life. There's Joyce, Morse Patch Heaven. Glad you're in. Joyce always has great advice and on healthy eating, and some of the others on here too. Nancy is in Ohio. I knew that. Laura at Hedgehog Homestead is Portland, Oregon. That's interesting. Portland, Oregon. Metro area outside of Portland. Shelly, I haven't been out to collect wild lettuce because it's hot. Yeah. Flint left the cat food in the van, so I had to wait till the store opened to start my chores. That kept the cats busy. Oh, me. So we talk about, I was just telling Laura at Hedgehog Homestead, we talk about foraging on our Friday Night Live, and we've talked about wild lettuce before, and Shelly has found some wild lettuce, but she's got to get it cut and processed. Hey, CB. All right, welcome in, everybody. Thank you for coming in. And so I'm trying the low carb. I'm thinking about trying to get back on keto. I lost weight on keto. I felt good. Right now, I'm just kind of doing low carb, but I'm not always, not always good at that. Let's see, not a follower of the politics here, just to let you guys know. Yeah. So yeah, we don't really ever talk about politics. My husband tried to get into it every once in a while on Friday night, and I have to slap him a little bit because there's so many different views and I don't know. Everybody's got their opinions. So we try to stick with pretty much with our topics of homesteading and gardening and foraging and all that. And then on this live at noon, I try to stick with healthy eating and exercise and stuff. So let's see. Somebody else came in. Sorry, I can't figure out who it was. Nope, maybe not. Okay. Carol said, I got 2 different wild lettuce seed packs because I can't find it down here. Now, we did that too because we have the blue, which is the woodland wild lettuce. We have some of the other that's yellow. I don't know the technical names, but the yellow is just a regular, wild lettuce. Grows wild here, but we don't see it that much. Mostly what we see is the blue flower, which is woodland wild lettuce. and they say it's not as potent as the yellow flour. So we ordered some of the regular, I can't think of the names of them, I'm sorry, but we ordered some of the yellow flour and planted it in a spot so that we could have that right here. So yeah, we done that too. There's Lee, Blue Cup Adventures. That's Lee, my husband. Keto is a good thing. Keto is a good thing. Do I hear? So I felt good on the keto. On the keto diet, I felt good. I lost 25 pounds. I have gained it back because I started eating bread and, everything again and gained it back. So then I tried to get back on keto and I really had a hard time and couldn't. I was eating too many carbs, just a little, even just a little over, and you're not in that ketosis. So even if you're going just a little over the carbs, you are not keto. Keto puts your body in ketosis. And if you're not staying that low on the carbs, you're just low carb. And so I was eating about 50 carbs. And so I had to just call it low carb. It's not ketosis anymore then. All right, let me read a little more. I like the keto idea as well. I do partial keto. It's hard to follow. Yeah. And see, if you're doing partial keto, it's not really keto. It's low carb. Now, some people have a cheat day. You can do keto like 6 days and then have a cheat day. Some people do that and still lose weight. I'm not real sure. I had to do strict keto, but when you're on keto, you're eating it, everybody thinks, oh, it's meat, eggs, and cheese. Oh, that's not good for you. But if you're doing the keto and you eat, you can have berries, you can have green vegetables, cauliflower. There's a lot of things you can have, and you need to get those in, or it's not maybe as healthy as, So you have to get all the good stuff in there too. Shelley says, I don't agree with low carbs. I look more into how the body uses the different types of food. Carbohydrates provide sugars later, so I have them before activity maybe. But see, I think that everybody has something, I don't know. I believe that nobody works the same way as far as that stuff, because I have looked this up and my body is endomorph type body. And I know when I eat very many carbs, or especially carbs with sugar, I just get sick. I feel bloated and sick. And when I'm eating low carb, no sugar, I feel way better. So there's a dirty keto as well. Yeah. A lot of people say dirty keto. I just feel like if it's dirty keto, you're not staying in that ketosis. I don't know. I'm not sure. Definitely not an expert on this. But I don't know. I got prickly wild lettuce and wild lettuce seeds. I won't list Latin names. Only Patty pronounces those. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Brenda came in. There's Brenda, not Duncan 1900, and Amy at Tim and Amy's Homestead. Amy does keto, and we talk a lot on Marco because we're about the same. We're both about the same as far as, she's done keto and lost weight and gained a little back. She didn't gain all hers back like I did. She lost weight, gained some back. She tries to do keto, but sometimes it's more low carb or dirty keto. Yeah. And she said cook everything in bacon grease. Bacon makes everything better. Carbs are not good for you as you get older. Low carbs. Yes. And I feel much better when I do low carb. I feel so much better. Even my bloating goes down. My joints feel better. But if I eat carbs and sugar both together, like a cupcake or cake or something with carbs and sugar, I'm just sick. I would just be sick, and I'll get bloated and I feel awful. And then I think, why did I do that? Why did I eat that? I know better. Duncan, let's see. Brenda said, I like the keto carnivore diet. I've heard of a lot of people doing that and doing good, but I'm not so sure how healthy that is. I don't know. Too many carbs are not good for inflammation, right? Right. That's why my joints get achy when I have too much. Amy says, I have always done dirty keto. I stayed in. Okay, here we go. Amy said, I have always done dirty keto. I stayed in ketosis, lost over 60. So she done really good with it. And she's kind of like me, off and on. She gets back on. And I guess that's what you call dirty keto. But I don't know. I don't know. I need to get probably back on keto, but it's really been hard. Same thing happens to me if I have a donut. Yeah. See, it's bad news. I feel horrible. Yes, absolutely. I feel miserable if I eat carbs and sugar together. 30 minutes later, I'm going to feel sick. And that night, my joints are going to ache and I'm going to be bloated. And it's just miserable. And you think, well, why would you do that to yourself? Well, I have no willpower. I have no willpower to resist it. I just don't. I have to totally not be around it, or I don't know, something. I have to get in my head that that's going to make me feel bad later. Don't do it. I'm back at the ketovore again. That's more meat with a little vegetable. Yeah. So Amy is doing the ketovore right now. That's like more meats, a little bit of vegetable, and similar to carnivore. I hear that the carnivore is a good thing for inflammation. I'm sure that it is but I'm just not sure how healthy that is. I don't know. I know it makes me feel better. It makes me feel a lot better. Anyway, Brenda said that's what she does, Amy. My bad is ice cream over the summer. That's when I go to my mom loves ice cream and popcorn, and it's hard to resist. I don't have the willpower I need to resist things. Let's see. I feel better when I actually eat breakfast, but I just don't want to eat that early. I can do without breakfast because I do like a good coffee with when I'm trying to do the keto. I've done the what's it called, bulletproof coffee, my own mixture. I didn't buy what they had. I done the coffee with the heavy cream and MTC oil, and whip it up real good, and it froths up, and it's so good, And so I done that, and that really got me through till, I could almost go even through lunch and not eat lunch after having that, But I would eat a little lunch, but then maybe I would eat too much supper. Now, and with supper, I have to eat early. If I eat very late in the afternoon, then I'll have acid reflux all night. So I don't do that. But when I was on keto, no acid reflux at all. None. I just felt so much better. Everything felt better. I had more energy too. Energy's a big thing too. I had more energy on keto. More energy. You will have more energy when you get rid of all the processed food that you consume. Yeah. Gluten is another one of those things that causes bloating. Okay, so I haven't tried the gluten-free, but is that not similar to low carb? I think it is. But a girl at work is going through some things right now, and she's doing the gluten-free and seeing if that makes her feel better. And I'm not exactly sure what the gluten-free is, but I'm thinking that it's kind of a low carb, but I think there's other things too you have to avoid. Hey, Ag Wild, what is dirty keto? Dirty keto is just really kind of low carb. It's keto, but you have a little more stuff than you would if you were just doing keto. See, I missed something. I have to avoid gluten. Built on the Rock Homestead. Hey there. I have to avoid gluten. Lost weight and health improved greatly. I'm going to put that up here. I have to avoid gluten. Lost weight and health improved greatly. Blood pressure was high, now normal. Wow. See, I might need to try that. I don't know. I might need to try that, but somebody tell me. I'm sure somebody has said if that's not just similar to low carb. Keto is wonderful as far as the good fats are concerned, but I'm not a big fan of lots of cheese and meat. Yeah, that's what I feel like. The keto is good, but you also have to add in some good things and not just so much meat and bacon and cheese. Like I said, a lot of people think keto is meat, eggs, and cheese, and it's some people do that, but that's not what it should be. You should add in good fats and the vegetables that you can have, which are green, a lot of the green leafy or green beans or cauliflower. There's a lot of those you can have. You can also have fruits, but mostly berries. You're supposed to mostly stick with berries. Well, I can do all that. I just had no willpower. And then somebody comes up with a bowl of ice cream, and I'm like, oh, heck yeah. I just Built on the Rock said, I love ice cream too much. My parents have been on carnivore. Amy, I talked to Amy a lot on Marco, and we've discussed all this. Her parents have been on carnivore for 4 years, and their doctor's reports have been excellent. Their doctors say keep it going. Yeah, she has told me that over and over, and I don't know. I don't see how that could be real healthy, but if here we go back to whatever works for you. Everybody's body is different, and everybody reacts to different things, and some things are food allergies. You might not even know you have a food allergy, and you eat something that reacts with your body in different ways, and it could just be a food allergy to something you're eating, and when you're not eating that anymore, you feel better. You didn't even know that was a problem, and you still don't maybe know that's a problem because you haven't narrowed down that food allergy. So there you go. Bulletproof coffee for the win. I like the bulletproof coffee, but I know I probably not going to say it's great for you either. Love me some veggies and fruit. Yeah. And there's a lot of veggies and fruit you can have on keto or low carb. So gluten causes such problems. Oh, wait a minute. Let me back up. Here we go. Here's what I was looking for. There. Gluten-free is not just eating or using gluten-containing grains, but you can eat dirty gluten-free too. Is not eating or using gluten-containing grains. See, I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what exactly the gluten consists of. Hey, Julie Cook, I'm convinced most psoriasis are from wheat. Let's see. Gluten is in wheat, rye. Many people get sick eating gluten. Celiac disease is a genetic digestive disease. If you have celiac disease, eating gluten can destroy your GI tract. Yeah, I know a lot of people have that and have to go gluten-free. I worked with another girl. She doesn't work there anymore, but she kept having a lot of GI problems and finally they told her to try gluten-free, and her doctor put her on a gluten-free plan or whatever, and she started getting better and better. She didn't lose weight, but she started feeling better. So, yeah, I think it's different things with different people. Everybody's body is different and reacts different to different things. And some people can lose weight on this diet or this lifestyle, and then somebody else can't. And so I don't know. Let's see. Gluten, I read that. My dad got Alzheimer's and passed in 2018. I have not been the same, but also heading toward menopause. Yeah, there's a whole other ball of wax there. Is menopause and stress causes a lot of things. I needed to help care for my mom. Now has me gaining too. Hey, Country Homestead Preacher, and Keith Winslet came in. Hey, Keith, I hope you're doing good. Keith has had some health problems with his heart lately, so we're praying for him. I've been using some of Amy's recipes. They have helped on my weight loss. Awesome, awesome. And that's Amy at Tim and Amy's Homestead. On here it just says Tim and Amy, but she has a channel, Tim and Amy's Homestead, and she has done a lot of keto stuff on there, and she puts it on Facebook and TikTok. So let's see. The gluten is being linked also to many other issues. I have gluten sensitivity for 4 years. Yeah. True, you can't eat tomatoes. Yeah, I don't know. Tomatoes, and there's another problem with tomatoes. I can't remember what. Like if you have one of the autoimmune diseases, tomatoes are not great for you. And so I don't know. I try to eat a lower acid tomato. I like the orange or yellow tomatoes have lower acid, and I seem to do better on those. In between hospice people. Hi, Christy. Let's see. Can they test for celiac? I'm sure they can. Dirty gluten-free would be all the ready-made gluten-free stuff at the store. I treat once in a while, but a lot of it's junk. The Irish are most likely to have celiac. Well, I have Irish in my family. I see 23 and only 4 thumbs up. Well, what's wrong with y'all? Definitely have to find what works for you. Yes, absolutely. That's the whole thing that I saw this ad. I hate to start talking a lot and miss comments, but I saw this ad and I clicked on it and was watching it. It's called V-Shred. And this guy come on there talking about a plan that, of course, he's selling, but I listened to it. And he talked for almost an hour. And I jotted down some of the notes because some of the things he said made sense and was good. I didn't buy into the plan, but the plan was only $57 for one time, and you get an app that you download on your phone that helps you make choices with food and such. And his plan, you answered these questions, and it told you what kind of body type you had. And I have an endomorph body type. And so then it went to that section and told you different things about your body type, which was very interesting. And I jotted down a bunch of it. And so his plan for my body type sounded very similar to low carb. But it was kind of low carb for 6 days. And then one day you have a cheat day, which is a carb day that you can eat all the carbs you want, not eat all you want. Didn't mean that, but you can eat carbs for the one day. And then you do a body fat burning instead of exercising for an hour every day or 30 minutes every day. You do a very high intensity for 10 minutes, 3 times a week, like a very extremely high intensity. workout, 10 minutes, 3 times a week. It all sounded really good. It was just $57, but I thought, no, I know I can do this. I can do this. I've done it before. There's no need of me paying somebody to put an app on my phone to tell me what to do when I know, and I know I can do it. I just have to have that willpower to do it. And him telling me ain't going to help my willpower much. Tomatoes are very acidic. Yes, tomatoes cause acid reflux. Yes. And that's a big thing for me. If I'm on really low carb or keto, on keto, I had no acid reflux ever at all. I done great. But yeah, I can do the yellow tomatoes better, or orange. Even the orange is pretty good. Gluten is what makes bread so fluffy and light. And I'm not a big fan of fluffy light bread. I'm not. I like a good grainy bread. I tried that. I lost it. That bread, you have to keep it in the refrigerator. It's a Bible. I can't think of it. It's a Bible bread. It's real grainy. Has lots of like grains and seeds in it. You have to keep it in the refrigerator, and I really like that. Well, I found a keto bread that I can make that it doesn't have the grains and seeds, but it's thick, almost like a cornbread, and I love it. I have been making that and eating more every once in a while. I didn't go overboard on it. I was just eating it every once in a while when I really felt like I needed something, Store-bought gluten-free mixes are not great. Whoops, went past. It jumped on me there. Let's see. Sometimes accountability is a good thing. Yes. And this, y'all help me so much. When I come on here and start talking about this and reading y'all's ideas and y'all's comments and what works for you helps me so much. And I have a couple of people on Marco that I talk to that are keto or low carb, like Amy, that really help me. Just talking to somebody and somebody saying, oh, this is what I do. Oh, I had this for lunch. As a matter of fact, for lunch today, I had 1 sausage patty, 2 eggs over easy. I dumped that in a bowl and mixed it around a little and sprinkled cheese on top. And that might not sound that good for you, but it's keto, low carb. But I had kind of a breakfast bowl for lunch today. And it wasn't a whole lot. It was 1 sausage patty, 2 eggs over easy, and then a little sprinkle of cheese on top. And, that was good. And it doesn't leave you wanting something. It was satisfying and good. And it's low carb. And I can do that. But then somebody walk in here with ice cream, and I'm going to be like, yeah. Oh, after doing good for lunch, I would still take some ice cream right now, or cake, or pie, or oh me. And let's see. And I love salads. I can do salads. You have to be careful with salads too, though, because you can get a lot of carbs in a salad. Sorry, my dryer's going off, y'all. Thank you, CB. CB said, you can do it. I know I can. I just have to have the willpower. If I had to remind myself what I'm going to feel like after I eat something bad, that would do it. If I could just remind myself every time I'm fixing to eat something bad, remind myself you're going to feel like crap after a while if you eat that. So I need a sign or a bracelet or some reminder that says stop and think before you put that in your mouth. Oh, let's see. Yes, thank you, Amy, for sharing your keto recipes. She does a really good job at that. Lots of people on here. Somebody else that does a really good job is Morris Patch of Heaven. She does a lot of healthy stuff on her channel. She does a lot of healthy drinks and different things that are a lot of healthy ideas that are really, really good for you and healthy. Sorry about the dryer buzzer, y'all. I ate oats with no issues. You had to be on gluten to test for gluten allergy. I would not be willing to feel like crap. That's funny. For me, I did keto for a couple months and felt guilty to cheat the first time. But after a while and getting used to the keto, I was able to have a cheat day and get back on. Ezekiel bread. Thank you, Nancy. We like Ezekiel bread. I did too. I tried that before and I really liked it, but I don't think it was on, was that on the low carb? Is that on the low carb? I can't remember. I was on some diet and tried that. I've tried everything, y'all. I've tried everything. I'm convinced that stress is a lot of my problem. A lot. I'm absolutely convinced that stress, because I'm under a lot of stress all the time. And I'm convinced that stress really, and a lot of it's of my own making. Lee's probably fixing to chime in here because he tells me all the time, you stress too much. You stress too much. Because I do. I stress over everything. I make up my own stress. I make up my own things to stress about if I don't have enough. 2 days on keto is good to shock your body. You may see your body slow down a little, and shocking your body will help. Okay, that's what this guy was talking about. That commercial I watched. This Vince somebody. It's called V-Shred, and that's kind of what he was talking about with the cheat day. He was talking about this low carb. It wasn't really keto. It was more low carb. 6 days, and then you have a cheat day. And then you go back to your low carb for 6 days. And so that was kind of, I guess, his theory there. It sounded really good. And I almost paid the $57 as a one-time fee. I thought about it, and then I was telling myself that you know how to do this. Why would you do that when you know in your head you just don't make yourself, I don't know, do it. Ezekiel bread has gluten in it because all the wheat. Yeah, Ezekiel bread is made from wheat berries, but as a much healthier than white fluffy bread. Don't have the greatest willpower to not. The only one out there. I need God's help. Yes. Yeah. Aldi has a sprouted grain bread that's like Ezekiel bread, but cheaper. That's interesting. I did find keto bread at, I have gotten keto bread, or there was another one, maybe it's just low carb bread at Aldi, and then Walmart have one. And then here a week or so ago, I told this last week on here, my local little grocery store, I walked in there and was getting Lee some bread, and they had a keto bread, and I was like, oh yes, thank you. So that was great. Let's see. So glad I could help. That's what I try to do, give support and share recipes. I get on here and then remember I forgot to eat. Oh, yeah, Christy's going through a lot of stuff, and yeah, I can't imagine me ever forgetting to eat, but I have heard one of my daughters, I've heard her say that a lot, that she forgets to eat. And I'm like, what? I guess you get so busy, but I mean, I might get busy and skip lunch, but I guarantee you my stomach's growling and saying, hey, hey, go eat. Let's see. Thank you, Joyce, for the information. Let's see. Amy says, cook 2 patties, fried egg and cheese, make it a sandwich. Yep. I was glad to find that bread, because I was like, that guilt-free bread, that's wonderful. Keith's going to send me a sign. I need a sign, that's for sure. I need a sign that says you're going to feel miserable if you eat that. Stop me making me cheat on my diet. I can be just watch how much you eat the bread. Yeah, yeah. I like to bake egg muffins in my sun oven. Oh, I'd love to have a sun oven. Put cheese and other veggies in it, then freeze, then nuke to heat it up when I can't eat breakfast at home. There is a gluten-free Brazilian cheese bread I want to make, but then I will just sit and eat the whole thing. Yeah. Andrea from VW Family Farms and Brooke from Cog Hill both lost a bunch of weight on Weight Watchers. Okay, let's talk about Weight Watchers for a minute. A girl at work, same girl I was talking about that was on that was gluten, needed to be on the gluten-free diet. She is now, she doesn't work there anymore, but I see her. She got on the new Weight Watchers and she was telling me about that. And she said it's so much easier now. And there's so many things you can eat. I think she said you can eat anything. You just count those points. And they've made it so easy to count those points. And you can eat pretty much anything as long as you log in those points. And then when your points are over, you're done and all that. And she said it was so easy, but it was like $20 a month. I think it was $20 a month. And she has started losing weight on that, and she really likes it. I don't know. I just maybe, but I just, number one, I don't want to pay the $20 a month. But number two, I really think that if I'm eating, even if I'm logging it in, if I'm eating carbs and sugar, I'm going to feel sick. Even if I'm logging it in and not going over the points or whatever, if I'm not careful with that, I'm going to feel sick anyway. So I don't know if that's the right thing for me. I don't know if that's the right thing for me. It might be the right thing for other people. And it sounds like it's working for them. But, of course, neither one of them is heavy like me. Neither one of those two ladies are heavy like me. They both probably have a different body type than I do because mine's way over. And they're not that heavy. Let's see. I really lost some. I'm trying to get back to where I was here. You need to get rid of Lee to get rid of your stress. That's for sure. There's a lot of things I'd have to get rid of my stress. One would be my job. Yeah. Barley is what I couldn't think of. Barley contains gluten. The sign will just say, don't eat that. Hey, Boots and Bounty, I'm not sure I said hi to you. I do cheat days and feel like crap. Then it reminds me why I eat the way I do. Yeah. That stress will give you a heart attack. I know. Take it easy. I know. Stress totally messed with your body. Exercise and deep breathing helps so much. Yes, you talked about this last week, and I really haven't made myself start doing that. But I know, and I probably need to kind of look that up and make sure I'm doing that right. I don't know if you have a video on that. If you did, I missed it. But I know just walking and deep breathing helps. And I do some gardening. I have a bad knee. My knee keeps me from doing a lot, but it hasn't been hurting lately. It's been feeling better lately. And so I do need to do more walking. And I'm not real sure I know about the deep breathing. I kind of do, but I probably don't do it properly. I don't do it at all. Let me just say it that way. My little grocery store has nothing. I'm so remote. See, ours kind of really, I mean, they have a lot of stuff, but they don't have a lot of that kind of stuff. And I was surprised to see the keto bread in there. I was like, oh, wow. But they're good about, and yours may be too, Built on the Rock Homestead said, my little grocery store has nothing. I don't know about yours, but our little grocery store is really good about if you tell them what you want, they will get it. If you tell them, can you possibly start stocking whatever, say keto bread, they may do it. A lot of them will. Ours will do what you ask them to do. I've asked several times. And since Buddy and Lippy has moved here, they've asked them about a lot of things. And they said, yeah, we can get it for you. A couple of things they've asked for is kind of a Louisiana thing. And they moved up here and they were like, well, we'll get it for you. We're not going to stock it on the shelf, but we will order it for you. But that won't sell here and we're not going to stock it on the shelf. But they will order it for them, specifically. So I don't do cheat like I used to because you feel bad for consuming. Yeah. It's really not worth the pain. Exactly. Never forget to eat. I will start feeling sick. Yes, I do that too. My stomach will start feeling almost sick, almost like you're going to throw up. I almost feel like I'm going to throw up if I go too long without eating. So they talk about this intermittent fasting on the keto and stuff, and I can't do it. I will start feeling sick at my stomach if I go too long. So that's interesting. I thought that was just me. Look up a visual. It does suggest gluten-free oats, but makes sense that wheat contaminates them, but more gluten-filled than 3. That might be good. They now make gluten-free Oreos. Wow. Make a bunch of chaffles. See, I haven't been making any chaffles. Take them out and put them in your air fryer. So many recipes and so good. Hi, Dave at Southern Ohio Prepping. Thanks for stopping in. Keith has a doctor's appointment to go to. I hope it's a good one, Keith. I hope you get a good report. Whoa. Let's see. Way back down. Did you check out the app I was using last year to lose weight? No, I did not. I forgot about that. Remind me of what that was, because I'm pretty sure you told me a couple of weeks ago, but I forgot, and maybe I didn't write it down, or if I wrote it down, I don't know where I wrote it. So give me that. Love chaffles. Stress is the #1 killer in this country. I believe that, and if so, it's probably killing me. Have you heard of Trim Healthy Mama? I have. They do the every 3 hours. Trim Healthy Mama. Let me write some of this down so I can check them out. I've heard of that. Trim Healthy Mama. Hey, Kathy. There's Kathy at Living Miracle Homestead. She's driving. I feel so alone. I have no interest in all these fad diets. I know that learning what foods do in the body helps each to cater to their own bodies. It worked before. I just become lazy. Yeah, that's the whole thing to me is, and that's kind of our topic today, is everybody's unique, and you got to find what works for you. Not the same thing works for everybody. And like the 2 ladies right there on the screen that have lost on Weight Watchers, I just don't think Weight Watchers would work for me. I mean, not that I might not lose weight, but I think that I would still feel bad because I'm not sure I would eat exactly the right things. I don't know. It wouldn't hurt, I'm sure, but at the same time, I'm not sure that's the answer for me. Let's see. You might be hypoglycemic. Eat small meals often. I did that for a while, and I think there's Lippy, Gemini Homestead. She's headed this way. We got about 15 minutes. Okay. Been listening. Hey, Deb. Been listening while I'm moving irrigation pipes on my 5 acres. So familiar with many of these issues. Which chaffles do you like? I like, hey, Mid-South Homestead. I like chocolate. Um, I'm not a huge chaffle fan. I get them. I finally learned how to make them better and done better with them, and then I quit doing it. But I like a little less egg and more cheese. I use the egg and cheese, and I had been putting the tahine seasoning on it, and then I learned that you can't open that sucker. You got to close that sucker. It's a little chaffle machine. It's a little waffle machine, a little small one, and you have to close that thing and leave it closed until it's done. If you open it, you make a big old mess. Okay, you did a video on it. All right, I'm going to check out your video, Dave. Video. All right, I will check that out. Where was I at? Follow my cooking series I'm doing. I try to keep it healthy, but cook a little bit of everything as it comes out of the garden. Healthy and a little southern. I'm going to write that down too. I know I'm subscribed to you, but I don't know that I've seen exactly what you're talking about. For fasting, eat your meal early at night, then eat late as you can. Your hours of fasting will add up. I do that. I do that anyway, Amy. I try not to eat, and I should bump it up. I try not to eat after 8, or I don't. I don't eat after 8. And I need to make that even earlier. I need to say like 6:30 or so. But I don't eat after 8, and then I don't eat the next day until usually 12 noon. So I need to bump that up further if I can't. But by 12 noon, of course, I've had my coffee. So that's not really fasting because I do my coffee. But I don't eat anything. I don't do anything but my coffee from 8 at night to 12 noon. And by then, I'm hungry. My stomach's hurting or growling or something. Got tested twice. My sugar dropped to 65. Doc said it had to drop to 60. Hope you're having a cooler day, Dave. Dave must have had some really hot weather. Okay. Let me get back to where I need to be here, y'all. Lippy's driving, so can't talk. Correct. I haven't found what works for me for weight loss, but I'm healthy as a horse, per my doctor. I just keep doing what I'm doing and stay active. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. That's great. I've had my blood work done, and they said all my numbers were fine. I've had all that blood work done with cholesterol and everything, hormones and everything. And my doctor said everything was fine. All my numbers were fine. It shocked me. I still kind of don't believe it. I kind of don't believe it, but that's what they said. I like keto because it keeps the inflammation down. I recently viewed a couple videos on hyperinsulin. You can have normal sugar levels in your body, but have chronic high insulin levels, which cause problems. That could be a diabetic response. If you feel like you're going to throw up when you haven't eaten, should get your blood sugar tested. My mom is diabetic, okay? My mom is diabetic, been diabetic for years. I have tested a few times, like just for a little while I was feeling really bad, and that was one thing I thought of, and I would just go by there and use her tester and test, and that would be fine. That was about the time I found out I had high blood pressure. I had high blood pressure, and now I'm on a high blood pressure medicine. So, and I would like to get off of that, but I tried to get myself off of that, and it didn't work. It started happening again. The app is called Lost It. It is in the new videos playlist called Lost It. All right, I will check that out, Dave. Thank you. That's awesome. There, I'll put that up there. age, changing hormones, nightshades affecting arthritis, tomatoes, peppers, potatoes hurt my knee. See, I have a knee problem. And I'm wondering about that too. And definitely my hormones and stress are a big problem for me. And I have arthritis. Or she gave me a pill for arthritis. So, but I don't like taking stuff. I want to do more natural things. But just because it was so bad, I had to go on the blood pressure medicine. And when I tried to get off of it, I couldn't. I started taking Hawthorne and what else? I started taking 2 or 3 natural things for the blood pressure and got off and slowly got off my blood pressure medicine, and I started having problems again. I had to go back on the blood pressure medicine. And I have just taken, because my knee was hurting so bad, that she put me on a arthritis pill, and I've been taking that, and it has really helped. And so I hate to not take it, but I'd rather not. But what, I don't want to go back to hurting either. So, yeah, I meant throw up. If you feel like you're going to throw up when you have a need, you need to get your blood sugar tested. Yeah, I probably do. You're probably right. Oh, wait a minute. Not lost it. Okay, lost it, not lost it, not lost it. Okay, I'll just look on your channel and find that. Lost it. But I'll look on your channel and watch that, see that. All right, back up. Trying to stay active and make good choices. Eating and getting enough sleep helps me a lot. Eating a low inflammation diet helps a lot when you have autoimmune disease like lupus. Check out the book, Eat Right for Your Blood Type. There you go. See, that goes along with what I'm saying is everybody's different. Everybody's body is different. Our body types are different. Our blood types are different. Everything about you is different than for each one of us. And so there's different things that work or don't work or make you hurt or whatever. And I feel like food allergies is a big thing. But boy, trying to figure out what food allergy you have, man. I know candida yeast wreaks havoc on one's health. If you have a white tongue, you probably have an overgrowth of candida yeast. Several decades ago, I knew I was sick. I knew something was wrong. Labs always came back normal. One female doc threatened to send me to a psychiatrist. Found a new doctor. Turns out my D3 was very low. Wow. That's the kind of thing, a girl at work, and I'm probably this. I'm going through the same thing. I just don't go to the doctor. I'm trying to figure it out myself. But I did go to the doctor, and she said everything was fine, and I was like, no, it can't be. But a girl at work, she's been going, and they've decided she's bipolar, and she's like, I just don't believe that. They gave her something for bipolar, which she didn't take. She's not taking it, but she's like, that's not my problem. It's just that she felt so bad. I think hers is hormones. I am just certain that hers is hormones, but they're not finding it. And I said, Lippy had told me this, and I still haven't done it. But she said, you need to make your doctor do I think she called it a long test, where they test every little thing about your hormones, and they do the compound, all that. And there's a place here that does that, but I've got to get my doctor to write an order. Somebody told me this last week, and I haven't done it yet, but I hadn't had time. I need to get my doctor to write an order for me to go have this done. And that's what I told this girl at work she needs to do, because she sounds just like me about stuff, and she's going through some hormone things, but her doctor is telling her she might be bipolar and wanting to, okay, no, Pretty sure you're not bipolar, honey. It's hormones. Also, I'm an older woman and my hormones were dropping. My blood pressure went from high to normal just by eliminating gluten. Wow. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Joyce. Yes, those are doctors who will test for those levels are way better than the average doctors. Alpha, I don't know how to say that, acid has helped me a bit, not doing citrus or histamine product producing foods. There's Jen, hot mess on a mission. She knows all about this stuff too. She done keto and low carb and all that, and is on the same mission as the rest of us to get healthy and organized. She's doing a thing on Facebook right now about being organized, and I've been missing a lot of them. I've been busy and working when she comes on live on there. Sorry about that, Jen. Doctors are clueless. That's a good one. Yep, for sure. I make a healing drink. Turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, black pepper, moringa leaf, and add stevia to sweeten, and coconut oil is a carrier. I mix this up warm and can drink it all day. Helps my ailments. That's interesting. I'm going to see. Oh, Lord, I better not do that. I'll come back and write that down. I'm trying to write it down, but it's going to jump on me. Cinnamon, pepper, moringa. All right. I'm going to check that out. I'll check into that, Deb. Thank you. Hormones play as much a role in our health that the doctors don't want to think that they can affect you at any age. I believe that. I totally believe that hormones, I really believe that hormones can do a lot of bad things to women and cause a lot of issues, weight gain and stress and issues and hair loss and achy joints. And I think all of that can lead back to hormones. I really believe that. And the stress that I make up my own dang stress if I don't have enough. I think that goes back to hormones, right? Don't y'all agree? I think everybody on here, every woman on here probably agrees that hormones cause all that stuff, including my stress, which causes more problems. I wish I could take MSM, the sulfate I'm sensitive to. Hormones and sugar have a lot to do with your moods. Yeah. Most doctors don't really want to help. They just want to prescribe medication. That has been my experience. Yes, I totally agree with that too. Wait a minute. What'd you say? Today is my day one again. Keto changed my life. I'm taking a break from yard work to get my food prepped. See, I know, and I followed Jen. It was used to be Farmer Meemaw. Some of y'all might have known her as Farmer Meemaw. I followed Farmer Meemaw back when she first went on keto, and she lost a bunch of weight on keto, and she had some wonderful videos that really, really inspired me and helped me to lose weight on it. And then we kind of both went off of it. We kind of both went off of it and gained some back. So anyway, where was we at? I need to drink my turmeric milk again too. I got out of it and tell the difference. Medical boards dictate a lot of what doctors do. Don't look at the research and facts. Just do what the CDC says to do. Yeah. I went through the change of life at 30, and I was fortunate to have a doctor that listened. Insulin and cortisol, or hormones. Is turmeric easier on the stomach in milk? Well, it jumped on me again. I can't get through here. I start reading and then it jumps up and I lose a bunch of them. I've shared this drink with many others and it has helped them also. If I want to enjoy my tomatoes and peppers, I ferment them and still drink this healthy drink so I don't hurt. That's interesting. Somebody is really trying to get a hold of me, y'all. I'm probably going to have to get off here. It's time anyway. Yes, you can do coconut milk. Yep, golden milk. I have done the golden milk. And I do it warm at night. Helps you sleep too. Hey, Miss Francine, never enough time. I'm just having to get off here. My phone keeps ringing. My cell phone was ringing, now my house phone. So somebody's really trying to get a hold of me. Just back on. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to have to jump off here. There's Mimsy. Hey, Mimsy. I'm getting so many scam colors lately. Yeah. Doctors only get about 2 hours of nutrition in medical school. That's about right. Amy says, it's not me. I occasionally watch a pedestrians video. He does informed consent with vaccinations and got in trouble. I'm 62 and have a few days every month that hormones really mess with my whole being. Now, as a widow, empty nester of my 18-year-old son, all by myself, has really changed my life this summer. Oh, Deb needs prayers, y'all. Well, I appreciate you sharing that recipe. We'll check that out. Yep, I got to get off here, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Y'all don't know how much it helps me just to get on here and talk about this stuff. And I hope it helps somebody else too. And so come back every Thursday at noon with your ideas and what helps you. Tell us what helps you because it might help us. It sure helps me to just see what everybody else is saying and encouraging. Thank y'all so much. And watch me and Lee on Friday night at 7 Central. Thank y'all.